Okay, story time. I'm gonna give you guys a little glimpse of my life. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed or I have too many thoughts on my mind or I just don't want to do anything at all at home because my house is kind of boring. So, I would take my bike and I would go for a ride. Just riding on the road or ride to a park and chill. Or sometime in the weekends, on the weekends, in the morning, I would drive my bike down to the beach, Huntington Beach, Long Beach. And so this is where I'm currently at right now. I'm at a park nearby my house. Very cool. And you can see my bike right there. That's my Lightning McQueen. Oh yeah. Whoa. Anywho, if you think I'm childish for sitting on a kid slide, I really don't care. Like, I really don't give a crap. There's like nobody here anyway. I truly don't care. So going back to the story here, I want to tell you guys a story of my bike. So I started riding a actual bike 2 years ago. My first bike that I got, I actually didn't have to buy it. I got it for free. So here's how. Back then when I lived near the block, right? I took a bus home and then I had to walk a little bit of a distance back to my house or where I live. I saw this bike on the ground, was near a bush. Nobody was around there. It was really old. It was really, really old. And I was like, I mean, it's nobody. Maybe I could take it, right? I literally yell out, hey, is anybody there? Hello? Anyone? Nobody said anything. So I took the bike home and I lied to my mom that I said somebody throw it in front of their house. Because you know like how people throw chairs and like old furniture outside the house and like anybody could take it? So that's kind of the same thing with the bike. I lied to my mom that somebody put it in the front of the house and nobody want to use it anymore because the bike is kind of old. But actually, I think I took it from somebody. But hey, maybe somebody were peeing or pooping in the bushes and I took it from them. But I kind of gave them a sign. I said, hey, is anybody there? But nobody showed up, so I took it home. And then I had that bike for around half a year. There was this one time I went to a coffee shop, right? I put it in front of the store and I went in for like around 5 minutes. I went back out, the bike was gone. And I had a bike on that thing too, but I don't know, I was just stupid. I didn't lock that bike. And so somebody took it. And I'm like, it's whatever, I guess, because I kind of took it from somebody else. So it's whatever. Okay, so my mom felt bad for me. So she bought me a new bike. It was around 400 bucks, right? Something like that. It was real nice. I took that everywhere I go. It was so nice. I ride it to school, I ride it to the beach, I ride it to the mountain. I literally was having so many adventures on that bike. And I had that bike for around a month? Oh no, a year, my bad, a year. And then there was this one time I went to Target at night to buy something. It was like around 10 p.m. The Target closed at 11 p.m. So it wasn't too late. Or, yeah, you get the point. But it was night, it was very dark outside. And I went in for like 10 minutes and I walked out, the bike was gone. My lock was still there. This time I actually locked my bike, but somebody cut it. Somebody cut the chain. And then I had to call the police. I went to the Target camera room, I don't know what's called, and they said, yeah, somebody did actually cut it and somebody stole my bike. And the police came, we did all the paperwork and I showed them the receipt of my bike that I took a picture on my phone and that it was actually my bike, and they said yeah, and then we talked a bit and then they promised to find it and that we will have to go to court if they do find it. They never did. Okay, I don't know if they actually tried or the person who took my bike was actually good like running away, but yeah, I felt bad because it was 400 bucks. Boom, gone, disappear. So for like a month I didn't have a bike, I didn't have a vehicle. So I went to the swap meet to try to find a cheap bike I could buy. I didn't find anything good, but then at the very end before I left, I found this bike for like 80 bucks. It was looking pretty nice. It was all blue and stuff. I asked the person if I could ride it to like check if the brakes still work and all that stuff. It worked somewhat. It wasn't that bad. It was only 80 bucks and I was able to bargain it for like down to 60. So I just took it. I brought it home. It felt super nice, but after 2 weeks of riding it, it broke. It broke. The chain broke, the seat broke, the tire broke. Not the tire didn't break, but like it was misaligned with like the middle part. I don't know what's called, but yeah. But the good news is that 3 weeks ago, my mom bought me a new bike. around the same price as that one right there. That one. And I've been riding around, having new adventures. And it's great. It's great. I love it. I just love riding the bike so much. You can feel the breeze of the wind pushing against you. It's real nice. But wow, you guys, just look at the park. It's so quiet here. Very cool, very cool. But that's it. I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. Today's a nothing day. Some days aren't filled with inspiration, hope, or even dread. In fact, some days are just a normal day. Today, I had school, we had tests, it was slow, it was boring. Nothing exciting really happened. Some days are just normal, and that's perfectly okay. At the end of the day, I just want my 8 hours sleep. Goodbye. Hello you guys, we're back with my UCI internship meeting. This time it's a different location. We're at the Irvine Ranch Outdoor Education Center right there. I don't know what park we're at, but it's a very, very big park. And before entering, you don't have to pay the parking fees because I'm with the internship, so I don't have to pay. But I saw a sign that say, beware, there's mountain lion and they could actually attack you. Guys, what if I die here? What if I should get attacked by a mountain lion? Should I run or should I fight it? Anywho, it's gonna be an amazing day. Just look. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is. Alright. Okay, you see how the signs are red? It say, warning, mountain lion country. Mountain lions may be present. They are unpredictable and have been known to attack without warning. Your safety cannot be guaranteed. Stay alert to potential danger. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that GMI is gonna die today. Yeah. Okay, hi. So in this video, I was trying my best to be aesthetic, but it actually kind of didn't really work out. I kind of look stupid. In the distance, you could hear like mewing. I don't know if you can hear. But at first I thought it was a bobcat, but no, it turned out to be a peacock. One of the park ranger told me about it. So I came super early to the meeting compared to other people, and I was able to talk to this park ranger, and for like 20 minutes, I was telling myself, oh my gosh, please somebody come, because I did not want to talk. It turned out to be a super amazing experience. The sky was so blue, there was some cloud, the sun was shining. Everything was so beautiful. The park ranger took us to this location. It was called Weir Canyon. Not Weir, but like W-E-I-R. So yeah. But it was so beautiful. I didn't feel like I was living in a city anymore. I felt like a mountain lion just living in a natural habitat. So this is our last outdoor data collection day. From now on to the end of our internship, it's just gonna be on Zoom meeting, and then at the end we have a presentation based on what we learned and our data collection and answering our essential question. Okay, this is crazy. They have cows here, which is not natural. The park placed them there because supposedly the grass or the invasive grass, they have a lot of nitrogen in them, which make it more easy for fire to start. So they said that these cows will eat up the grass and take away the nitrogen in the grass, which will prevent big fires, something like that. It was something like that. I'm not too sure though. So another thing is that at the very beginning of the car ride, I had the option to sit in like the middle of the car or like the very front, but no, I chose the back because it is the most bumpiest. I just want to feel the feeling of going on a roller coaster, so that's why I chose to sit in the back. Now this is where we choose to do our research. There was multiple clumps of cactus and it was good data, but it wasn't a lot of data compared to the one at Native Seed Farm. There was like 100-meter cactus clump. For this one, there's like around 20 meter at least, It wasn't that much, but we still got data done.